All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So we are doing a recent runner technical analysis video looking at TRKA and VORB. Man, there's a lot of things going on this chart right now, and really it all boils down to these moving averages. If you watch my videos, you know whenever they're just this tight, I call it a horizontal moving average cluster. It really is like a tornado, all right? It could violently shoot you up or down, and it's an interesting place to trade, all right? But what are we going to do today? What we always do, right? With these recent runners especially, it's more about, hey, is this thing going to sustain and drop us another double digit tomorrow, or is this another pump and dump that we all are just so familiar with, right? So before getting into the technicals, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself, and then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like and subscribe, it does do really well with the YouTube algorithms, but even if you don't, just thank you so much for watching these, okay? And look, I am not perfect. I am not all-knowing. I definitely have no crystal ball telling me what tomorrow's going to look like. So if you disagree with anything, hey, please don't hesitate to throw it in the comments, all right? You might even be helping me by giving me the right info, right? So cool. All that said, let's get into the details, all right? And look, there are for sure some interesting things happening here. First and foremost, with my rules, right? Good things happen when you're over the 8 and the 20. Bad things definitely happen when you're under the 8 and the 20. And really, since this run up, all we've been doing is trading under these two lines. And really, it's a big reason why I haven't been talking about this stock that much, okay? We've seen a good little pop, definitely a nasty little drop right after it. And hey, we're at least trying to make this back up. But end of the day, man, there are so many moving averages clustered right there, okay? Me personally, I don't think I would touch this under the 50 moving average. I really wouldn't, because honestly, breaking the 50 and riding that all the way up to what looks like basically 40 cents, man, that's a nasty trade right there, right? You're basically adding 10 cents on a 30-cent trade. Dude, that's a 33% swing right there, right? This is definitely going to be the nicer entry at 30 cents. If you can basically wait for 30 cents to break, it should be a cleaner ride all the way up to 39. And again, adding 9 cents on 30 is still that 30%, right? So there's a lot of ways you can actually not be that greedy here and still make a really good percent, all right? End of the day, what really matters to me is confirmation of this. We smashed 3 moving averages on a single day. We smashed 3 moving averages on this day, and you can see what happens when we don't confirm, right? Look, it's not as big a candle, so maybe the confirmation won't hurt, or like fail of it won't hurt, right? But yeah, this can very easily come back to 21. This can very easily come back to 23. Yeah, 23, the 20 move. Sorry, I moved my mouse. That was stupid. The 20 moving average, you can see in orange over there is 23 cents, right? So losing 2 cents would be a 10% loss. That's not a good thing, right? Like, we're here looking for 10s and 20s, not lose 10s and 20s, right? So I will draw this. I think it's an important line to have. Sorry, let's just get it a little closer on. Again, I think 30 is definitely the safer place. Man, breaking 39 could be real nice, right? Because from there, there's actually not a lot stopping it from 75, right? This is essentially a red right behind a green, right? So again, I know you would make more money if you got in here, right? Losing 5 cents, you're actually giving up a decent swing right there on its own, right? But for me, I think there's less of a guarantee that we hit 30 from where we're at. But if we break 30, I think it's a little bit more likely we would hit the 39. You know what I mean? So just know this for sure. This 27 is not going to be easy to break, but that's basically my minimum acceptable close tomorrow. Because again, we smashed 3 moving averages. I need good confirmation. I really need to get to like 28, 29 cents at the minimum, right? So just what I'm expecting. I actually really like the volume here, okay? We didn't need some super silly spike up volume. This 66 million is actually under average. So there's a lot of reason to believe we actually might do something like this where we actually get some decent volume tomorrow, right? So I'm going to go ahead and set my alert for 30 cents. I would actually very much like to know if we get to 30. Honestly, I don't really want to know 27, 28. Excuse me. You can arguably make a 28-cent alert, and I'm kind of thinking out loud if I want to set that or not. I don't think I do, though. I think I'd rather see 30 cents break. I would rather get over this big candle on the 29th and then play here, okay? Because again, otherwise, like I said, we're probably going to come back down to 23, if not even 22, 21, right? At the 100 moving average. So not that bad. Look, honestly, not that bad. And in a little bit of a way, look, a lot of the stocks that I normally look at aren't doing that well. I have not gotten very many alerts these last 2 days. Honestly, the last 48 hours, I've been waking up on my own natural wake up versus like, alerts going off at 6:30 my time, right? I'm on the West Coast over here. But yeah, it kind of makes sense to me that if other things are quieting down, maybe a stock like this would heat up a little bit, right? But end of the day, so many moving averages. I think I've said enough. Let's just look at the weekly to see what the week. Look, again, this 8 moving average is at 28. I'm really glad I did not set an alert at 27. I do, again, think this 30-cent line is probably the safer place for sure. So I think the weekly actually really nicely confirms that. Cool. That is TRKA. VORB. All right, so VORB, man, this thing it was probably this, if I had to guess. I remember seeing this thing make a really big move. Yeah, it really makes sense that it would be this, right? Look, getting over the 8 moving average has been a struggle for this stock. Look how far back I'm zooming out. Almost the entire time, it's trading under the green line. Like, that's a decent little run right there. That's, I guess, another little small one right there. But I mean, let's be honest, 90% of this entire chart is under these 2 lines, okay? And look, there is so much red all the way to here that I get that 41 cents seems like a place that this can go. Honestly, I do not expect this to cross 30 cents. Now, look, going from 20 to 30 is for sure a 50% swing, right? So, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't mind knowing 21 cents, okay? And look, I am not here to talk about after hours because I've always said I sincerely believe after hours is an easy way to get your hand stuck in the cookie jar. This is a really good example right here, okay? Look, there are green outline and green filled in. Green outline is good because what happens here, this day opens at 76 cents and then closes down here. What's worse is it opens at 76 after this thing was down here, right? So I know so many people were like, holy shit, look what's going on after hours. It's up here. It's at the 8. I gotta get in. And then boom. Going from 75 to 50 is almost a 33% loss right there, right? There's only so many quarters in 75 and you just gave up one of them, right? So I'm telling you, after hours, I know, because I think this one's going, let me just show it. Let's just be honest with ourselves real quick. Holy fuck. Yeah, dude, again, look, I get it. I do. But I actually wouldn't be too surprised if this thing still opens at 20. And then, hey, maybe shoots up to the 30, right? But yeah, don't let this extra little bit kind of like freak you out, all right? Because I'm telling you, it's more about regular hours than it really is after hours, okay? I like this volume a lot, actually. There's no like silly spike. And actually, we've had a decent like growth over the last few days, right? So end of the day, look, a stock is bad in my book if it's under these 2 lines. There's definitely reason to believe we'll come to this thing. I just don't know how easy it'll be. And look, if we break this, yeah, there's also a lot of reason to believe we'll actually come to 60 as well. I genuinely don't think we're going to cross 60. I don't think we'll get to the top of this candle at 81. I really don't. I think we'll get to the bottom of this one at 54, because that should be where the 20 lands over the next couple days. Again, I'm not here to pretend I know the math, but yeah, it looks like it's going on a downward trajectory. If this thing goes up while this thing goes down, it'll probably hit right here. And again, I just don't see this going over the 20, because again, just kind of looking historically. That said, look, that's a good RSI, all right? I see a good peak at a super low number. I really wish the MACD was green over red as well. I wish they both looked the same, because that's actually a pretty deep negative. Don't get me wrong, I've seen negative hundreds, so like it's not like silly, but you know, it's 0.29. I get it. I for sure get it, right? But I really would rather be at 0 or positive. I for sure would rather both of them have green over red versus 1 or 1. But end of the day, volume tomorrow is going to matter a lot. Do not drop down to 50 or 70. Don't do that. You got to go up, or at least like 90, 85 at the lowest. 85 million shares really is the lowest. Anything from there, you're starting to lose 20, 30, 40, 50% volume. That's not good, right? I think worst case, this thing can very easily drop to 17. And I'm still saying this can drop to 17 even with that post-market up here we saw. Because I'm telling you, in my opinion, post-market is a really easy way to mess you up. And what I really know is 50% candle is probably the next resistance here, because again, it's just a bunch of reds, right? So there's not that many places to catch us. And please don't forget where this stock is. This stock is deep in all-time lows. Interesting doji, right? Interesting doji that makes me think, okay, maybe we'll get to that like 40-ish cents, maybe 50% of this candle. Maybe we'll get to the bottom of this thing. Damn, this one's actually at 64. Interesting. I think that's still a little too high. I don't think we're going to get to 64, but yeah, I think 40 might be realistic here, but end of the day, this is an all-time low stock, so don't forget it, okay? Hey, these are just my opinions. If you disagree with anything, let me know. Otherwise, I sincerely appreciate you so much.